Hello everybody, welcome to my first gameplay video. I'm playing Path of Exile, a free-to-play online action RPG developed by Grinding Gear Games. They're a company out of New Zealand, I believe. It's a pretty amazing game, especially for being an open beta. I've actually been a part of it since it was in closed alpha, and I really enjoy it, so I figured I'd share it all with you guys. I'm hoping that I will have several videos up in the next couple of weeks, so you can just see some of the games that I enjoy playing, because I've been playing games for about 20 years now. I hope you enjoy. And one of the things immediately that sets this game apart is that it is truly free to play. Every update that contains content is completely free. Everything that's on the item shop is entirely cosmetic except for stash tabs. I'll show you in a little while, but buying extra stash tabs is nowhere near a necessity unless you're an absolute hoarder of items. So this game is free in every sense. Everything you can do without having to pay a dime. And that's pretty cool, because you don't see a whole lot of that. You know, there's no experience boosters, there's no equipment on the marketplace, none of that. As you can see, it plays like your standard Diablo style game. There are a couple of really cool things about it that kind of set it apart, and I'll kind of go over those as I run into them and find a good place to do so when I'm not being attacked. For now, I figured I'd just show off the combat and the cool spell effects and everything. I actually leveled up, so I need to find a place to spend my skill point without being beaten. Ooh. I love this skill, because it reaches out and touches everybody. Alright, so welcome to the passive skill tree. The only difference between the character classes in this game are the weapons and the starting skill that you begin the game with, and your starting position on the passive skill tree here. I'm playing as a Templar, which his two primary skills are strength and intelligence. Sorry. So I've kind of split my skill points up between the two, so that I can both be a melee character and a spellcaster. But beyond those larger archetypes, there's a lot of different ways to play the game. Even within your melee and your magic and your ranged characters, there's a lot of different ways to do this. So we'll get rolling here. I have no idea how I'm going to build this character, and I know a lot of people like to plan it out ahead of time, but I don't. I just like to kind of have fun with it. I don't have to have the most powerful character in the world, because chances are I'll just build a new one in a couple weeks anyway. I'm not a min-maxer. So I'll increase my one-handed damage because I'm using primarily one-handed weapons. There we go. Whoop. So I just picked up an armorer's scrap. Well, picking up an armorer's scrap, which is something that's really cool about this game as well. I don't need that. You don't pick up currency in this game. Instead, you pick up currency items. The big difference here is that you're not going to see piles of gold laying on the ground or anything like that. Instead, you'll see one of, I don't know, maybe 30 different currency items that may just randomly drop, and they both have a function when you apply them to items. Like, for instance, this improves the quality of armor, or you can sell them in addition to items to buy other pieces of equipment or other currency items, which are more powerful and give you better benefits when applied to an item. So it's a very good system, and it fosters trade between the players really, really well. So it's pretty cool. And this is actually okay. This is my primary quest. I had to find. I found the 3 glyphs already, because I've done this a couple times. Oh, I found 2 glyphs, I'm sorry. I need to have all 3 before I can get in there. But I'm here to also do a side quest, so that isn't really my priority right now anyway. And I'll show you guys how the skill system works here in just a second. It's actually very innovative. Ooh, unique monster. Hopefully he drops some decent gear. My armor isn't the best right now. I'll take that and that. You do have scrolls of identify, just like Diablo. Yeah, this is definitely better. Provides armor and energy shield, which is kind of what my character is built around. Each one of the primary stats, intelligence, dexterity, and strength, provide you with a different benefit depending on their armor type. So if I were a full strength character, the armor that I would be capable of wearing, because my character is built around strength, would only provide me with armor. Because of the way I'm wearing equipment, I get armor and energy shield, or at least that's the equipment I'm choosing to wear. 5 to 8, 6 to 9. We'll take that. Just drop that. We'll hang on to that and sell it. I kind of have a really fast one-handed weapon in my other hand. It's a claw. It's kind of an unusual weapon combination, but I haven't really found anything that really jumped out at me in terms of what I want to do with weapons yet. And in order to be able to use my primary skill here, Glacial Hammer, I need a mace in one hand, so that's why I'm not using claws in both hands. Otherwise, I'd probably do that, because I like to be able to attack quickly, and claws are very fast weapons. Oh. There's the last glyph, but I'm still looking for that side quest wherever it might be. Ooh. So there's another currency item. Orb of Transmutation upgrades a normal item to a magic item, so basically takes it from rarity 1 to rarity 2. There are several different item rarities in this game, but if you've played a game like this before, you're pretty much, you know what they're going to be. They're, your base white vendor trash items, then you got your blues, then it goes to yellow for rare, and then your oranges for unique. They haven't done set items, and I think at some point they said that they weren't planning on doing set items, just because it drives you to hunt for items that you A, might never find, and B, by the time you find them, their benefits are outweighed by gear that you have found in the hunt for those. Alright, so this is how the skill system works. Basically, skills are itemized as gems. So I have this fireball gem here. It's blue, so I would have to place it in a blue socket on my equipment. I can place it on any piece of equipment as long as it has a blue socket, and when I equip it, it provides me with that skill. It's pretty simple that way, but later on you'll find pieces of armor that have multiple sockets like this, and they'll be linked together, and you can find support gems which actually modify how a skill functions. And I mean, an hour or two down the road, I'll actually, I'll end up having more skills that I know what to do with, more than I can actually equip at any given time. So you end up kind of having to build your character a little bit more carefully than you do in the beginning of the game. You also, you can level up your skills by using them, or really just by having them equipped. But every time you do, their mana cost increases and their stat requirements increase. So, while you may have several different categories of gems equipped in the initial parts of the game, later on your stat requirements will require you to focus a little bit more with your character. So it actually kind of gives you a lot of freedom in how you build your character, because early on you can play with a couple different, you know, play types and see what you want to settle on and kind of go from there. And you can level up new gems anytime you want, as long as you find them or buy them from another player, or however you want to get them. I think this quest is to just clear this area of monsters, so kill, kill, kill. Something else I really like about this game is the consumable system. Oh, I'm at the boss. The consumables refill as you kill enemies, so you don't go into town, you don't buy 3 dozen potions. Instead, you basically pick up a potion, or a flask as they call it, and as you kill enemies they refill, and they have a certain number of charges, and whenever you use one, it uses up a certain number of charges. So kind of keeps you from potion spamming, makes you play a little bit more tactically. This guy's going to give me a hard time because he's resurrecting all those enemies. Whoop. Might be in trouble. This usually doesn't give me too much trouble, but I haven't played in a while. I kind of take breaks from this game because, like I said, I've been a part of it since closed alpha, so I only kind of play after big updates. I don't want to kind of wear out its welcome. That's one thing about this game that's kind of, you gotta be careful, because it's an online game, it is online only, you do run into this, it desyncs occasionally, and they have been working to improve it, but, that's why I also don't play hardcore leagues, just because I'd rather not lose my character to lag. And I am directly connected to my modem, and I have cable and everything like that, so I don't think it's me. It's just, that's a lot of data to be sending to the client. There we go. Now I can just focus on wiping them out instead of keeping that guy from resurrecting them. And he dropped junk. Of course, why would he drop anything good? It's not like I need it. We'll say this game is very pretty. A lot of these games, these isometric RPGs, are a little bit ugly sometimes, but I've seen it in the patch notes several times. They incrementally improve the visuals in several ways, like environmentally and with the monsters and everything, which in my opinion is a very smart approach to game development. You get everything in and working, and then you make it pretty as time goes on, and you improve it a little bit every time. Got your Scroll of Town portal. That's another Diablo staple that they kept in. It's amazing how much Diablo has influenced these types of games.
My mana is spent.
Now, my missing the enemies isn't all an issue with the the client and the server or anything like that. It sometimes it is my chance to hit, because that is a factor in this game. It's not just what you see is what you get, which I guess is the norm for games like this. Although I've seen a few where, you know, if you aim at the enemy, you're going to hit them. But those are usually more third person.
Go with God.
Shouldn't be too many of them left. I don't know if you saw that, but that's something that's cool about skills in this game as well, is that skills can inflict critical strikes. So on a skill like this, where it reaches out and touches several enemies, if it performs a critical strike, it performs it for all the enemies that it hits with that attack. So, you know, it froze a whole group of them just then. Ooh. There's a new skill for me to try. You don't see them too much as drops. They're usually as you find them as quest rewards more than anything else. Five monsters left. 4. Where are the last 2? There's 1. This can be a pain in the ass, because I gotta find 1 monster in this whole area. Where are you? Of course, this wouldn't go smoothly, since I'm recording a video and all. Look like a jackass wandering around here. Where are you, little last monster? Come on, buddy. Come on out. There he is. Oh, it's a rare. Come on, good loot. I'll take it. Use my Alright, so I'll get my reward here, and I'll finish this video up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you're a little bit more interested in Path of Exile now.
I've traveled inland.
I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna be recording several of these in the coming weeks, so I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the to my channel, and hope everybody has a good day and happy gaming.